Oh, my friends, I'm on the road right now with my pals, Scott Ackerman, Lauren Lapkus, and Neil Campbell. We're out doing Comedy Bang Bang all over the damn place. But I'll be coming back in June, and SpontaneANation Live will return to Largo at the Coronet Saturday, June 4th. Our improvisers are Naima Funk, Chris Tallman, and Colleen Smith. Oh boy, that's a great lineup right there. And then our interview guest is the amazing singer-songwriter Robin Hitchcock. He is going to be a very interesting and lively interview. We're all going to do a song together. It's going to be a lot of fun. These live shows, I enjoy doing them so much. Largo is my home, and I love performing there. And the shows are always great. They're always great. We always get great crowds, and I would like you to be a part of those crowds. So if you're going to be in the Los Angeles area, Saturday, June 4th, get yourself a ticket to come see us live. And you can say hello after the show. We always do a meet and greet out in the courtyard of Largo. We have stuff for sale, like these great posters that Nathan Diffie makes for us every month. There's free stickers, and you don't even have to buy anything. You can just stop over and say hi. We're always happy to see everyone. But please do come to these live shows. They're so much fun. Where do you get tickets? Well, I'll tell you, paulftompkins.com/live. That's where you go. You can also go to largo-la.com. Those are your two options. Get yourself some tickets. Come on out and see SpontaneANation Live. You won't regret it, and your grandchildren will respect you.
Welcome! Oh, I want to smush you. I love you so much. Welcome, all of you. Welcome here to this place. This place where you are free to be you, not me. I'll take care of being me. All right, does everyone understand the rules? We are free to be you and me, meaning you're free to be you, I'm free to be me, but guess what? I'm also free to be you. That's right. I'm an identity thief. Why am I bragging about it on a podcast? Because I'm the best there is, baby. Do you know how many people I've impersonated? 10. Yeah, I'll come out with the number. It's 10 notches on someone else's bedpost. Yeah, I have sex with people under assumed identities. You want to know what the secret is? Keep the lights out. I've impersonated housewives, house husbands, Mr. Moms, live-in maids. What's another job? Butcher, also a name. Why did that practice have to go away? Where your name was your job? Tompkins, what? So that's not a job, it's a relationship. You're the kin of Tomp? Oh. My name's very problematic, everybody. People think they know how to spell it. They're wrong. People, they say it wrong. They're like, your name is Paul Tompkins? Tompkins? That's not a job either. Skinner of Tomps? Maybe it is. What happened to all the Tomps out there? A race that died out before their time. I heard it was a meteor. They all were in the same place at the same time. Rookie mistake. Always. That's why my wife and I, we don't have children. We take separate planes everywhere so we can keep the idea of our marriage alive. Wouldn't it be sad if it vanished from the earth? The idea of us as a couple? Don't worry, guys. It won't happen. Also, we are broke because that is expensive. What, Paul? 2 tickets cost the same no matter what. No. You don't get it. I'm an identity thief. I buy 1 ticket with the same name. Then me and my wife, we both pretend to be her. I can't explain it to you. It's identity thief stuff. Guys, just take my word for it. I got a sweet thing going on. Don't ruin this. this for me, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest to have a free-form conversation with me inspired by a blind question submitted by our previous episode's guest. Then I invite some improviser friends on the show, and we do a narrative improv that is one continuous story. Will it use some of the details that we hear in the conversation with the special guest? I wouldn't be surprised if it did. And now, we've had so much ado. I don't want it to go any further. Let me introduce our special guest. This gentleman. I don't know what's happening over there. What is everything all right?
Yes.
Okay. I thought we didn't pay the bill for a second. This gentleman, you have seen him on such programs as The League, Enlightened. These are television programs. Not like youth programs designed to keep kids in school and off of drugs. Although both of them, good names for such programs. He is also Earwolf's own third co-host. Do you guys number yourselves?
We are ranked.
Am I correct? Is that your ranking?
I believe I am third.
Third co-host of the very popular How Did This Get Made?
How did it get made? God damn it.
Oh, wait, what's the proper pronunciation?
How did this get made?
How did this get made?
It's people are very casual about it. It's much more exasperated.
Okay, that is good to know. No.
Originally the show had an ARGH exclamation point in front of it. How did this get made?
But then the estate of Charles Schultz said,
Yep.
Too close.
Too close.
Too close.
Yes.
Jason Mantzoukas is
Hooray!
here. Jason, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, Paul.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Could not be more delighted to be here. In this beautiful room, candle lit.
Right. It's nice, isn't it?
It's civilized.
It's very
It's a
civilized.
in the rush world of comedy podcasting.
Yep.
Look at this, to come into a room, candle lit, delightful individuals.
Yeah.
This is a civilized conversation.
Take that, Harry
piano.
Chapin. Yeah.
Take that, Harry
piano.
Chapin.
Yeah. This guy, he always likes to write songs about how people don't have time to do shit.
Exactly. Yeah, fuck you, Harry Chapin. Sure, you had a tragic life, crippled by drug addiction and mental illness, but you know what? Eat shit.
Maybe you're right. Hey, maybe he should have written happier songs.
Yeah. Eat a dick, Chapin.
Eat a dick, Chapin. Jason, I have a question for you.
Go for it, Paul.
That question is
Is this your question or from the last edition?
the question, as always, comes from the previous episode's
Okay, that's
guest.
what I'm
Are you curious as to the identity of the previous guest?
Oh, sure, why not? Yeah.
Well, then I would direct you and the listeners to
boy.
the Howl.fm Spontaneanation archives. Hours of listening pleasure await you.
Oh, I really walked right into that.
They always
Just
do.
walked right into
They
promotion.
always do. Jason,
Go for it, Paul.
when was the last time you told your parents and siblings you loved them?
Oh, this is very easy. As last week was Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
it was last week whenever I was leaving, seeing any of them.
Right.
So for my mom, I said I love you when I left the house to go to the airport. For my dad, at the airport when I left him to go into the terminal.
Mm-hmm.
For my sister, when I saw her last at the house. My niece is the same. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now you seem to be a person for as long as I've known you. You're a very effusive person, and I don't think you would have any problem saying such things, expressing your feelings
I
for people.
wouldn't. I don't. But that has not always been the case.
Really?
I grew up in like kind of stoic New England, in like a family that was not effusive, that was very loving, but didn't put it into words a lot.
Yeah.
So the idea of saying I love you, or my family saying I love you to each other, is a 21st century occurrence.
And have they also become more effusive over the years?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
I think, very much so. And it's interesting. So in the idea that even my very dear friends that I would say I love them now seems very obvious and ordinary. But like to the 31-year-old, 32-year-old version of me, that would seem preposterous.
Right.
That would seem like over emotional.
Were you able to be more effusive with friends first and then your family?
Yes. And like girlfriends first.
Right.
You know, of course. And then friends and then family. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And were you kind of the first person to start doing this in the family?
Probably not, but like I did it a lot. I started like I will say I love you to my parents when we get off the phone.
Right. Yeah.
Which was not a thing.
I remember I would call my father, who was, of all of us, the least emotionally demonstrative. He was very distant, very distant, very quiet. Like he barely spoke, you know.
Yep.
And it's like when after he died, like not much changed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like
you have a very similar relationship.
I feel
with
like
him.
I talked to him just as much now as I did then. But I would call him on his birthday and Father's Day every year. And I would say at the end, it was always like an awkward, stilted conversation that would always end with me saying, I love you.
Yep.
And him saying something that was not, I love you. But like one time it was, you know, often it was thank you. You know, it's like better than nothing, I guess.
Sure.
One time it was, okay. Okay.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
That's like when there's that, and then there's the version of that. That's very meaningful. And I think for us, we're similar ages. Mm-hmm. Our parents' generation is a generation that is much more reserved, stoic, not nearly the same. Even though like, I feel like my parents went through the kind of 60s hippie kind of era. They themselves were not like, changed into demonstrably emotional people by it. They were still like themselves. Yeah. And they are very sweet and loving, but it is not that's not their thing. Yeah. It's not, and there's a way in which that response from your dad is so telling. And also what's going on for him?
What's
going on? Like
that is always how I let him off the hook. Yeah. I always let him off the hook because it was clearly so uncomfortable for him.
You are like putting him in like a corner. You're backing him into a corner with your like raw emotionalism. You know, it's like it's very unsettling. Can you imagine the same scenario if you were to say that to a woman that you were dating? Right. I love you. Thank you, would be like the worst thing that ever happened to your relationship.
Yeah. I would think, I've misjudged this situation.
Oh, yeah, this is awful.
Yeah. I thought we were headed to I thought we were going forward.
Yes. So I will just get that Big Mac and get out of here. Woman in McDonald's that I tell I love.
Well, wait a minute. That might be a different problem.
I am single. I'm just really trying to figure it out.
The one time I remember him, this is the one time it happened. The one time he told me as an adult, I love you. It was a Father's Day call. I was hanging out with friends in my apartment. We were like playing a game or something.
And they were all like, we got to call your dad for Father's Day.
Well, somebody said, did you talk to your dad yet? And I was like, you know what? Let me do that right now. This won't take long.
Yep.
And so we proceed to have our typical...
We'll say the same 15 words we say to each other.
Exactly. Exactly. So at the, winding down to the finish, and then I say, well, Dad, just wanted to call and say I love you. And then he said, I love you too. And it was like,
sweet.
What do I do now?
And then did you burst into tears?
Of course.
Yeah.
It was like I couldn't turn around to look at my friends.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And I had to kind of compose myself and say, well, this just happened. And they were very happy for me.
Oh my God. They're like, well, look, quick, let's stop playing video games and hug each other.
Exactly. And it never happened again.
Yeah.
It never happened again.
I wonder what was going on for your dad on that day or that year or whatever that made him able to get there?
Yeah.
And was he like, I know he's going to say it.
Right.
I'm going to say it back. This time, last year I did it. I'm going to, you know what? I'm just going to say it.
Right. It'll be easier.
Did he have to build himself up for it?
I know.
He wants to hear it, obviously. He's saying it to me. He must want to hear it back. It's not crazy.
This guy won't let up.
Who is this guy? Oh, he's very needy, my son, the actor.
Do you remember the first time you told your dad, I love you, and do you remember the first time that he said it back?
I don't.
Because did he dodge it at first?
He didn't really dodge it. I'm trying to think. I don't have like a real memory of it. I feel like a lot of my family's more emotional availability happened after my dad had like 2 legitimate health scares.
Right.
And when confronted with that, I feel like everybody suddenly became much more open to being demonstrable and saying what they're feeling, not just assuming everybody knows what they're feeling, you know, like that kind of overt talking about things suddenly became more prevalent. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it was around then so like, you know, 10, 12 years ago to now. Wow. And now it's like, they're like super emotional, like very like, all they do is, no, they're not. But like, you know, it is very much like my family is now participates in what looks to me like how other people demonstrate and vocalize their love for each other, not just guessing that. No, everybody knows that. Everybody, why would you say that out loud? Everybody knows. People know. If you don't know, that's the problem.
Were your parents demonstrative with each other when you were growing up?
Yes and no, not overly so. You know, like they weren't like, slow dancing to the Big Chill soundtrack, you know, every night while they made like bolognese, which is my example of like,
it's the perfect
baby
example.
boomer generation couple.
Yeah. Anytime you're dancing in a kitchen to oldies.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Right. That's like that. Oh yeah, there you go. That must be, no, but I mean, like they were, but not overly so. Like my parents were not.
But you knew that they loved each other.
Very much. Yeah, totally. They have a great relationship, but they're not like, I never like caught my parents making out on the couch.
Right.
You know, like, oh, come on, guys.
Were you and your siblings close growing up, or was there ever any contentiousness there?
There wasn't contentiousness, but I have one younger sister. She's like 3.5 years younger than me. And we got along well. We continue to get along well, but we were never like sibling best friends.
Right.
In that sense. We were, I think, just far enough apart age-wise.
Yeah.
And also are very different people.
When you're a kid, 3 years is a big difference. Oh, yeah. It's a big difference.
Yeah. And so we got along well, although, you know, typical, like, I was an older brother who would, like, watch WWE wrestling and then be like, let's wrestle. And then would, like, Jimmy Superfly Snuka jump off, like, the couch and, like, land on her and, like, put her into the figure 4 leg lock. She's got a million stories about how I was just, like, awful. But I think we had a great relationship.
But when you were a kid, though, was it like, I'm just playing, or was it sort of like, I'm a big brother and I'm going to kind of...
Oh, no, I really think I was just playing. I think I played that game with my friends, too, of like, we watch wrestling, so now we do wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I was particularly... the only thing I feel like I used to do that was a little bit like older brothery was I would make her watch things that I knew scared her. Like the original Doctor Who.
Oh, sure.
You know, things like that I knew were scary for her, but I wanted to watch.
Right.
So I would make us watch them.
Do you remember her reactions to things?
Not as much, just that she didn't like it, you know? But that I thought she should like it because it was cool.
So, but again, it was not so much to scare her as it was to like... You sort of like, you need to see this. I am enjoying the fact that you're scared.
Yes. And also a little bit of like, I think a little bit of selfishness on my part. Like, I want to watch the show I want to watch.
Right.
So like, get on board. You know?
What does she want to watch?
I don't know at that time what she wanted to watch. Probably
a funky Phantom or some shit.
Some like, some random stuff. That's a great question. She probably would have wanted to watch the other stuff we did usually watch, which was whatever was in syndication.
Right.
We didn't have cable on television at that time. So it would have been like Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, MASH, all of those TV shows.
Was there a show that you guys enjoyed together?
Oh, yeah, all those.
Right.
Like we would watch, or Brady Bunch, or I'm trying to think what else was, like all those kind of syndicated shows we would watch. And then she would watch like Little House on the Prairie and Anne of Green Gables and so forth. I would watch religiously, still do, Magnum PI.
You still watch Magnum PI?
The television network Encore airs 2 episodes of Magnum PI a day.
And so...
Which I DVR. And it is like the sweetest of comfort foods.
Sure.
To like come home after dinner and sit down and put on a Magnum episode and be like, fuck yeah.
How many times would you say you have seen the entirety of Magnum PI?
I don't know. You know, probably not too many times. Probably like 3 times.
That's
all of them.
I mean, the
But,
show
like,
ran for a long time.
Yeah, but I will just watch them indiscriminately. I don't watch it in order.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You just have them stocked up.
I just watch. I've got 10 episodes saved.
Like you're picking a bottle of wine.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
what looks good tonight?
and if there's 2 in a row that are from the same season,
Right.
that are like next to each other in the season, I'll be like, oh yes, great, and get so excited.
Oh wait, so are they not airing them in order?
They're not airing them in order.
What? That's crazy.
You know, and here's the reality is oftentimes it's not important because it's a case of the week private investigator show.
Yeah.
But there is season long and oftentimes series long arcs that have mostly to do, as a lot of shows in the 80s did, with Thomas Magnum as a Vietnam veteran.
That's right.
And there's huge parts of it that are about prisoners of war that still exist in Vietnam. There's episodes where they go back to Vietnam to rescue people. It's so crazy how often Thomas Magnum, a womanizing private investigator who lives on Hawaii, gets into machine gun fights with the Vietnamese. It is startling.
I totally forgot about that.
It is a huge part of the show. The pilot episode is a 2-hour movie that takes place, and Magnum has like PTSD and he's flashing back, and Robert Loggia is in it, and he's like the bad guy, and he was one of the guys in their unit, but now he's turned bad, and it's like a great like made-for-TV movie that's so crazy. He has all of these like fever dream flashbacks to Nam, and it's all of his friends, Rick, TC,
Right.
are all guys he served with in Vietnam. So they're all constantly processing the war.
Wow.
Which is a fascinating, and it is such a small thread of a show that is otherwise so bright and vibrant and like
and fun, right?
It's just such fun.
Yeah.
It's got great quips, and it's really great, solid, just like detective show. But with this real, like, his wife is murdered. Like the sadness
by the Viet Cong.
No, but like basically, like there's such a thread of sadness and loss to the show that is otherwise so light and fluffy. It's kind of amazing that it exists. You know.
Speaking of amazing things that exist,
go.
Jason Mantzoukas, thank you for being our guest.
Thank you, Paul.
We're going to take a break.
Can't wait.
During the break, I can't wait for that break.
Can't wait for that break.
During the break,
we
will get a location from Jason Mantzoukas for our improv, and then when we return, you will meet our improvisers. All this and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns.
Hey, when you go to sleep, do you sleep on a mattress? Oh, you do. You're not a weirdo or an escaped prisoner. Well, have I got good news for you? Leesa, Leesa. They are a mattress company. They have freed us from the tyranny of the mattress buying experience. You know what it is. You go into a mattress store, you shake out your umbrella on the other side of the door as a courtesy. You look around for one of those umbrella holders. They don't have one. You're like, should I put this anywhere? Everyone ignores you. Some toad comes out of some unseen trapdoor and says, lie down on the mattress. And then you lie down on the mattress and everyone in the store starts making fun of you. They're like, that's how you look when you go to sleep? Har, har. You don't have to do that ever again, because Leesa has created a luxury mattress that is ordered completely online, and it ships for free to your doorstep, composed in a box the size of a miniature refrigerator, or mini fridge in the common parlance of the day. It is a 10-inch mattress, 10 inches thick, not 10 inches long. I am not marketing this to the borrowers. It comes in all sizes. It is crafted with 3 unique foam layers, including 2 inches of memory foam and 2 inches of a really cool latex-like foam called Avena, which is also a beautiful name. It's perforated to keep you as cool as the other side of the pillow. The Leesa mattress is 100% made in the United States of America. and it ships for free to anywhere in the United States of America. And that's right, the Canada. Leesa gives you 100 nights to try your mattress risk-free. The risk is you're not at risk of having to pay for a mattress you don't like. It's not that anything within that 100 nights, there are no risks. You're not invulnerable. It's not like an unbreakable situation. Please don't like buy one of these mattresses and then jump off a building. You cannot fly. And for every 10 mattresses Leesa sells, they donate one to a shelter. That is pretty cool. Look, we joke around a lot with these ads, but that is a neat thing, and it's worthy of your support. Go to leesa.com/PFT and enter promo code PFT at checkout. Why? Because you get $75 off. $75? Paul, I'm a billionaire. Well, go to hell. I'm marketing this to regular people, where $75 is a significant amount of money. Guys, it's just like Leesa always says, billionaires, go to hell. Guys, it is Paul. I would like to tell you about the Harold Ramos Film School. If you are listening to the show, you're probably a fan of comedy, and maybe you'd like to get into comedy. Well, let me tell you how you might be able to do that. The Harold Ramos Film School is part of the Second City in Chicago. It is the first film school in the world dedicated entirely to comedic storytelling. There's a year-long program that exposes students to comedy theory, the ins and outs of film production, screenwriting, improv, and there's master seminars where students have the opportunity to learn from entertainment professionals at the top of their careers. Harold Ramos, whom you will remember not just as a director of Groundhog Day and many other great films, but also as an actor. He was Egon Spengler in Ghostbusters. He loved collaborative filmmaking and utilizing the improvisation skills he learned during his time at the Second City, and this method of creation will be used during the entire program. The deadline to apply for the fall season is June 1st. It's coming up very soon. 15 students will be chosen. Submission periods will happen more than once throughout the year, so new students start every 3 months. The Harold Ramos Film School is for anyone with a love of comedy and content creation. Doesn't matter if you're just graduating high school or looking for a change in career. If you've long thought about wanting to get into comedy and you didn't know how to pull the trigger, maybe this is the thing for you. People of all experience levels and backgrounds are encouraged to apply, and scholarships are available. For more information, visit their website, RamosFilmSchool.com, R-A-M-I-S, filmschool.com. The Second City is the alma mater of such comedic greats as Tina Fey, Bill Murray, Stephen Colbert, current SNL cast members Cecily Strong, Adie Bryant, Vanessa Bayer. So that's the pedigree that we're talking about, folks. Maybe you will be a superstar of tomorrow. I'm picturing a outline of a head with a question mark in it, and that's you.
Guys, why did that ad have to end? I know. I'm disappointed too. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show that you didn't leave. I don't know. Look, I don't know your lives. Maybe you paused this, you went off on a cross-country journey, and then you came back to where you left it. That's an unlikely scenario. Anyway, it is time to meet our improviser friends, sitting right next to me. What a big smile she has on her face. What a pleasant thing to look at. Shulie Cowen is back.
Hello.
Shulie, hello to you. How have you been? Now I feel like you're making your face into a mask, a smiling mask.
Unfortunately, that's my face.
How have you been since the last time I've seen you?
Oh, I'm good. Since Thanksgiving, I decided that I'm going to spend the next 3 weeks until the next vacation pretending I'm on vacation.
Spend the next 3 weeks from now until vacation pretending you're on vacation.
Yeah.
Now, what about work things that happen?
Oh, I'll go to those with a vacation attitude.
So like a Hawaiian shirt.
Hawaiian shirt, maybe a drink with an umbrella in it.
Cranking some Jimmy Buffett on the old iPod.
Exactly.
I hear you, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Well, then, may I say aloha to you?
Thank you so much. Aloha to you as well.
And shalom for now, because I'm looking over at this guy. Which guy am I talking about? I'll tell you if you haven't read the description. His name goes Matt Gourley.
Aloha.
Aloha to you.
Shalom.
Have you been to Hawaii?
Yes, 3 times.
3 times. Why not a 4th?
Jesus.
Yep.
Great question.
It's this kind of podcast.
See you later.
Which islands have you been to?
I don't remember.
Oh, your story not looking so good.
Maui. Well, certainly.
Maui. Somebody says twice
Yeah.
you've been to it.
And then which one has Waikiki?
Is that the Big Island or is that its own thing? I don't know a lot about Hawaiian geography.
Is that Oahu?
Oahu?
I know I haven't been to the Pearl Harbor thing, so I haven't been to that island. Because
That's
surely if I
Oahu.
was on that island, I
That's
would have
Oahu?
gone.
But then Waikiki is on Oahu?
Oh.
And you've been there?
Is Hawaii real?
No. It's by J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. Rare collabo.
Middle Ocean.
Matt, it's a pleasure to see you again.
It's good to be back. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
You've been busy with other things.
That's
and
right.
you moved into a house.
Yeah.
And you did all the shit that you have to do to that
Still
house.
doing it.
Oof.
Yeah.
This is making me tense.
That's why I come to you a ruffian today.
Why do you say you're a ruffian?
Well, I'm dressed like an old school guy that's in the garage just dusting things off, you know? Mm-hmm. Might as well be under the hood of a caddy. Black.
Yeah, there we go. We got there in the end. Matt, I'm going to look away from you now.
I'll keep talking then.
Sitting next to you, Matt, but kitty corner for me. Meow. This young lady is a delight. Her name goes Amanda Lund.
Hello.
Amanda, welcome back to the show.
Thank
we haven't
you.
seen you in a little while as well.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You've been having all kinds of adventures,
Sure, yeah.
going here and there. You were working on a motion picture film.
Yeah.
Then also you were playing at basketball games.
Certainly.
And now you're here. And you're done with all of that.
Yes.
You still have some basketball games to play.
Yes, but I'll never work again.
Now that's a vow you made.
Yes.
You are getting offers left and right. And you're saying to people,
No, I need some me time.
Well, you're young. You got time.
Yeah,
You got time to not have a job.
sure. No, I would like to work. I would.
All jokes aside, look, that was fun. But for real, you'd like to work.
I would love to work. I like to work. I have a good work ethic.
What's your favorite thing to work on?
Geez, probably projects with friends.
Sure. What could be more ideal?
Of course, that's the dream.
Speaking of projects with friends, you have embarked on a project with Matt Gourley called Being Engaged.
That's right.
And congratulations to
Thank
you.
you.
Now, by the time this comes out, this will be old news, but it's still fresh as today's headlines in Today Times.
Yeah, I'm super excited. So thank you, Matt.
Can I speak even though it's not back?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
No, once everyone has spoken, they're allowed to speak forever.
We're out of the cage.
That's right. Including you, Jason.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Will you?
All right. Yeah. Well, congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now,
Exciting.
I don't know
Yes.
this. Will you share the story of the
Hell,
proposal?
we'll reenact it.
Don't do that.
It's not some big, crazy story. We weren't up in some hot air balloon.
That's so.
Oh, you
all
say
right.
it with regret.
No, I would have hated that. Honestly,
This is where it all falls apart.
I get nervous just thinking about it. Yeah.
It was simple. We tend to get a Christmas tree right after Thanksgiving.
Sure.
And we had finished decorating, and then we had one more ornament to put on, and that was the ring, essentially. And
Yes,
it went
it was.
pretty smoothly.
Did you say? Well, there's one more ornament to put on.
I didn't
he
say it
did.
like that.
He did say it though.
How did you say it? Do you remember?
Oh,
what you said?
I don't know.
Amanda, how did he say
It was cash. It was like, I think there's one more ornament.
Did you
That's
have
right.
any idea?
I had a psychic premonition, yes.
Really?
A psychic
in that,
premonition?
in that moment or earlier?
Earlier,
Okay.
like 10 minutes before, I was hanging an ornament up and I had a psychic
Real,
premonition.
you just felt like this is going to happen.
Well,
now.
we've been
I was-
talking about this
I was
plenty.
subconsciously picking up because I was picking up on little signs, a woman's intuition. And I thought, wow, I wonder if he's on one knee behind me. And I looked and he wasn't. But then later
But this also has to do with tinsel. I've never liked tinsel on a tree. She always has. And this year she said, maybe we could
It's-
put tinsel on this year. And I went, anything you want, honey. And
Oh,
I think she
dead
knew
giveaway.
something
there's
was
Dead
up.
giveaway.
certain
Yeah.
people who think tinsel is classless.
I don't think it's classless. I liked it when I was younger. Then when I was older and I was more responsible for it, I was like, this is a fucking hassle.
we have
it's
a
messy.
cat too.
Oh, forget
but
about
she doesn't play with the tinsel.
Don't you just like have like cat shit full of tinsel?
That's it. That's the problem.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Cat eats the tinsel and shits it out.
In its own way, it
Disgusting.
keeps the festivities
Then
going.
you hang it on the Christmas tree.
But her response when I said, I think I said, please, please, please marry me. And she goes, oh no.
Were you so nervous beforehand?
It's crazy because I didn't know for sure if that was going to be the night. I wanted to see how the mood was. But then once she said yes, I got hit with a flush of nerves like this. She could have said no. It all hit me.
Oh, yeah. I had the same thing. I
That
had the
was
same-
something
when
I did not expect.
When I proposed to my wife, she was surprised, and I brought out the ring, and she covered her face with her hands and turned away from me.
and didn't
And I was
answer?
like, oh no, not. It was like she answered like
That makes me nervous right
half
now.
a second later, but it was like that. It's like everything slowed down, and I thought, oh my god, that's right. She could say no.
Yeah.
I totally forgot that
Yeah.
was a possibility, and then she turned around and said yes.
Oh, thank God.
But that was an eternity where I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to date. I'm gonna have to like get on what? I have to get on Tinder now.
Well, I'm in her hometown.
God.
We're in her hometown.
Who am I gonna find? You know what? It wouldn't
Change
be
my
so bad to
flights.
be single in this hometown. Oh, man. Like in that, you go through the entire arc.
Yeah, she goes back to LA. I'll stay here, build a new life.
Yes, I will. Hold on. I've been thinking things over.
Well, congratulations, you
Thank
guys.
you.
I'm very excited.
I'm so excited.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, enough. Let's cut the horse shit.
Whoa.
Right. Schmaltz.
We met everybody. We've secured our location. It's time to begin our improv. Now, just so you know, when we do our improv, we use sound effects to move us about in time. If we are going to move laterally in time, side to side, we're not going to the future or the past. This is sort of meanwhile, if you will. We have this cut to sound effect that sounds like this. Whoosh, now we're over there, same time. If we're going to flash backwards in time, someone's having a memory, or we're going to find out how something came to be in the past, we'll hear this flashback sound effect.
For example, if we had asked these guys about their engagement story,
Exactly.
and they began to tell it to us as they just did, we would have played that.
That's Jason. You've cracked the code.
Thank you so much.
Now we're stuck in the past, Jason. How do we get out of it?
I don't think we do.
Oh, that's
I
where
think we set up shop and make lives here.
That's where
This is where we're at.
That's where you're.
I could tell you about our proposal now that we're back here.
Well, I'm sorry. We've already heard the story. So we have to travel back to the future, or we have to travel back to the present, or go into the mysterious future by means of this flash forward sound effect.
And that's how we got proposed.
There we go.
Oh boy.
Now everyone understands everything. Eban has played Good Evening Friends, also known as And That Ain't Hay. It is time to reveal the location provided to us by Jason Mantzoukas. That location is rented cabin in the mountains. Rented
nice.
cabin. It's a very nice. Very nice.
Guys, thank you.
Hey, these
Thank you
locations,
so much.
they can be pleasant. I don't know why people don't suggest more pleasant places. We take you now to Rented Cabin in the Mountains.
Honey, I, for one, I'm nervous to have the family here.
Oh, Daniel, they love you. Don't be nervous.
I know you say that, but I can tell by the look in their eyes, the way they, well, visibly curse at me with their eyes. It's something I don't know if you're picking up on, Sharon, and I'm nervous.
Well, you're sweating.
I said I'm nervous.
Throw on a blazer, for Christ's sake.
Okay, just something about the language your family uses too, and I understand that's genetic or something in your case, but it's the holidays.
We're here, dipshits. This is lovely.
How's it going, mother effers?
Hi, Art. Hello, Sheila.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Sharon, kitten.
honey.
Oh,
How are
Daniel.
you? I like you.
I like you too.
I love you, darling. You look so beautiful
Oh,
today.
Thank you so much, Mom. You're radiating.
Oh, thank you, Daniel. No blazer.
Well,
Anyway, sweetie, you know, I'm so happy to be here and spend this holiday with you. Finally, you're doing something we're proud of.
Oh, well, okay. Thank you. Thanks, Mom. Hey, I'm gonna go grab us some Merlot.
do you want me to?
Oh.
Do you want me to?
No, you stay.
All right.
Art, Sheila, I just chopped some wood for the fire, and
Did you?
yeah, and then I was making a popcorn garland for the tree.
Ooh, it seems like women's work to
Well,
me.
I balanced it out. I chopped some wood.
Oh, I
Thought
guess
maybe
so.
you could both find something to appreciate there.
Popcorn gives Art heartburn.
It's true. Every time I eat popcorn, I get a horrible pain in my chest.
Oh.
It
Well-
feels like my heart is on fire. That's why they call it heartburn.
Okay, but this isn't for eating. It's just for stringing around the tree, trimming it. I thought we could have some festivities.
It's food. You can't put food out and not offer it to people.
What would you
Have you
like
seen
it?
a candy necklace?
Yeah.
Those are on a string. You eat those, Daniel.
You wouldn't put those on a tree.
You went where? To Vassar?
You would not wear a candy necklace to Vassar.
Okay, well, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.
Yes. Hello.
Can I fix you a drink?
I've got it. Speaking of drinks,
Oh, welcome back.
Kid.
My daughter that I think you're neat.
oh, thanks, Daddy. Cheers to a great holiday.
To a great holiday.
To a wonderful holiday with few exceptions.
All right, now we're all here, right?
Yep.
Is this everyone?
Well, where's Brian? Is he out in the car?
Oh, Brian.
Oh, Brian.
I'll go get him. Brian.
I don't want to go in.
You think I do? I've already been in there. It's the worst.
You look miserable.
Yeah, I'm miserable all the time.
I'm having a great time out here listening to the radio.
Brian, this is supposed to be a family thing. This guy, I guess, is going to eventually marry
Why do you
into
smell like
this family.
popcorn?
They made a popcorn garland.
Oh, God.
I know, but you're not allowed to eat it. Do you believe that?
These people are animals.
I know, but listen, we got to tough this out as a family.
All right. I'm not going to like it, though.
I'm not going to like it either.
This fucking guy's the worst.
I can't stand him. Oh, get a load of this. He chopped some wood.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Oh, I guarantee we go out there and look at that wood, pre-chopped wood. There's no way he chopped
bet
it.
you're right.
I bet he pre-chopped it.
Sharon.
Mom.
You have made such a lovely meal for us all. This just looks delicious.
Well, I learned it from the best. This is your honey baked ham recipe and your potato salad with no mayonnaise, only vinegar.
Oh, sweetheart, you are a genius. So, how are you holding up? What with Daniel and all?
Mom, you don't have to say his name like that. In fact, I think this might be the holiday where he pops the question.
Is the question, can I leave forever so you can find someone better?
Mom!
Yes,
God,
sweetheart.
I thought we'd try and make this nice for once. Maybe you and Dad could be on your best behavior.
We are, darling.
Here's Brian.
Hey, you got any beer in here?
Hi,
just-
Brian.
What is this? It's all wine?
Yeah, red wine.
Daniel likes wine, Brian.
Oh, I bet he does.
I'm not surprised. You don't have any beer?
Splash a little water on the face. You got this, buddy. You can do this. You can make them like you. Just like you made the North Vietnamese regulars like you in Khe Sanh in 67. You didn't fight with a gun. You fought with diplomacy, with hearts and minds. And it's still living in you. It's still a dark...
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Just splashing some water on my
Get
body.
out. I need to take a deuce in there, bro.
Okay, buddy. There's a couple of bathrums, but you want this
I
one?
want that one.
Okay.
I left a magazine in there last year.
Okay. Magazine goes into an M16. 30 rounds, 30 caliber. 5.62 NATO round. Hey, buddy, how are you? You look good.
Hey, man.
Hey, how are you? You look good.
Face is all wet.
Well, I've been splashing some water on my body.
What's the matter? You can't put a blazer on?
God damn it. How you been? How was your year? You want some wine? We got some wine.
No, I want a beer.
Oh,
You got any beer?
I could run down to the quickie cabin.
Right? Yeah, I'd love that.
I haven't put any snow chains on the tires yet.
It's not that bad. I mean, it's snowing a lot, but it's not that bad. I mean, they say it's the worst blizzard in years, but it's not that bad.
Well,
Do you think we'll have any business today here at the Quickie Cabin?
I don't really think so. It's snowing pretty hard out there.
Well, people will just put chains on their tires, and they'll probably come here for sundries.
I sure hope so. Otherwise, we're not going to make rent.
We're really not. Why did we ever decide to open
bad
this business?
idea.
It's terrible. There's only one cabin
We
nearby.
had so many skill sets.
I
We
know.
could have used.
Oh. There's someone, a customer.
hello?
Yes, hello.
Welcome.
Would you mind flipping this coin?
What's that?
Flip this coin.
Oh, this fellow with the Dorothy Hamill haircut is very mysterious. You want us to flip a coin?
You want us to flip a coin, you're going to have to purchase something.
Oh, I don't think you understand how this works.
Well, maybe you don't understand how it works. How are we supposed to flip a coin together?
Oh,
Yeah, you didn't think about that, did you?
well, on to the Southwest.
Sweetheart, it's just your father and I are very concerned that you're throwing your entire life away on this man.
Daniel is great. He's got a great jobs in computer sales.
You know what else is great? Frosted Flakes. There's a tiger that told me. I think that we can move beyond that.
Mom, I love him, okay? And it's either me or it's me and Daniel or it's not me, okay? Basically what I'm saying is if you don't accept Daniel into our family, I'm gone.
What are you two talking about?
Oh, sweetheart, she's going through a phase where she thinks she's in love with a grown man and they're going to spend their lives together.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Well, from what I've heard from Grandpa, you went through that phase, Mom.
But Daddy, I love him. Art is the greatest man I've ever known.
I forbid you to marry ever and express emotions or feelings to anyone.
Daddy, you can get along without me. They make prosthetic legs now. You don't need me to hold it.
They don't match. The skin tone doesn't match. It's terrible. No daughter of mine's going to be a wife.
Daddy, if you don't let me go with Art, I don't know if I'll really be myself. It's a unique idea that no one else will ever have.
This is freaking me out. What does that mean? It's weird.
I mean that he's a part of me, like your stump is a part of you.
I mean, I guess my stump is a part of me. It's more the defining idea that there's something else that's not a part of me.
The way the rest of your leg that isn't there is still a part of you, Daddy.
Oh, the phantom pains.
The phantom itches.
Will you scratch my ghost leg?
Yes, Daddy. Can you feel it? Can you
Yeah.
feel the itching?
I can't. It's weird. It's weird seeing to scratch thin air, but I feel the itch is scratched.
I love you, Daddy, and it's not a phantom love.
Oh, good day to you two.
I'm back from the quickie cabin. Brian, they're out of beer, but I got you some cider, some hard cider.
Fine.
Here you go.
Fine, I'll drink them all.
It's twist off.
The only thing you missed was Mom telling a weird story about scratching her dad's phantom leg.
It's your grandfather. It's
Oh,
not
I'm aware.
so weird.
Oh, well, I'd love to hear some old family stories. I'm game to become part.
Well,
Maybe there's other things you want to hear, Daniel, like how you left us behind.
Excuse me.
It's a weird look on your face.
are you
What's the matter
okay?
with you?
You okay, man?
You choking on your own spit?
are you going to throw
Do you
up?
know, what, does he even know how to breathe?
Yeah, he certainly knows how to breathe, Brian.
Oh, maybe selling computers too long has made him forget how to breathe.
Okay, well, we can't all be in construction building churches.
Dee Mao, buku,
Remember, man?
biku.
Remember you said you were coming back for me, man?
Too many guys in the
What
Huey.
happened?
Too many guys in the
How
Huey.
come you never came back, Daniel?
Johnny's in the rice.
You never came back.
Johnny's in the rice.
Well, shall we say the prayer?
Wait, is Johnny bringing the rice? Are we?
What? What do you mean?
just
You were
said-
talking aloud as you were
You're
sweating.
goddamn right I'm gonna bring the rice.
Oh, what is
Whoa,
this?
whoa,
I'm gonna bring the rice and I'm gonna bring a hell of a lot more this holiday season.
Oh, dear.
Everybody down on the ground.
Get down!
Where'd he get that gun?
Uh-oh. This started out nice, but then this development, not so nice. We'll find out what happens when Spontaneanation returns.
Hey, did you know that Mother's Day is May 8th? What? Is this every year? Is Mother's Day every year? I feel like at some point it became every year. And I was like, where was this meeting and why was I not invited? You should do stuff for your mother. She raised you. Maybe she didn't raise you. Maybe she just gave birth to you. And then she gave you away and found you later in life. Well, I hope you waited a good long time before deciding to give her some flowers. Because now you can. You still got enough time to order your mother, either the one that raised you or the one that regretted her selfish choices early in life. You can get her some flowers that are the best flowers of her life. Not just past, not just present, also future. you won't be able to top these flowers. Where do these magical flowers come from? First of all, they're not magical. Your words, not mine. Let's not be ridiculous. These very real but wonderful flowers come from Books.com. These flowers, they're gorgeous. They are grown at eco-friendly farms on the side of a volcano. Paul, stop trying to impress us. This is not me trying to impress you. This is Books being impressive. They grow flowers on the side of a volcano. They got to hurry and get them before it's an active volcano that won't stop erupting. So these guys are risking their lives for beautiful flowers for you. The blooms are larger. The colors are more vibrant. It's better soil. There's more sun at 10,000 feet because they're that much closer to the sun. It stands to look. If you're a tall person, you get more sunburn than a short person. This is physics, I bet. Order from Books.com today because if you wait until the last minute, you get lousy flowers. What are you going to go to the 7-Eleven? You're going to go to the 610? Is that a store? If you're 6'10", you're getting more sunburn. Don't do this to your mother. Don't do this. Get her good flowers. Get her Books flowers because they really do say, thanks, Mom, for all that you do. Not just all that you've done, all you continue to do. She's still your mother. And guess what? These flowers, they ain't expensive. Books prices start at a mere $40. No upcharges, no extra fees. Even delivery is absolutely free when you register with the Books. Listeners of Spontanea Nation save 20% off the bouquet of their choice. Just go to Books.com and enter promo code PFT. I'm Paul F. Tompkins, by the way. Those are my notes. That's BOUQS.com, promo code PFT. Books.com, promo code PFT. Finally, you did something nice for your mother, you creep.
Oh dear, what is he yelling about?
What is this?
He's going ham on the ham!
This is rude behavior.
Things are gonna be different around here. Listen up. I'm a good man. I'm a good man. I didn't leave people stuck in the mud. Their lives on the line. Probably rotten in a little bamboo prison to come take this horse shit from you entitled people.
Oh, can I say something? At first I thought you were saying you didn't leave people behind.
No, I did,
and then,
but I didn't do it to
that sentence. Really, by the end, I was like, "Oh boy!"
God.
If we're gonna understand what he's talking about, we're gonna have to diagram that sentence.
Okay, you didn't leave people behind
to face this shit.
Is this what they taught you at Vassar?
God damn it!
You
I didn't
did
go to
leave
Vassar.
them
Did leave
behind.
them behind.
Willfully left them behind.
I didn't willfully leave them behind.
It was
Just
an
hoping it
accident.
wouldn't be this bad when you got back.
I had to make a choice. There were only 8 men in a Huey. There were 10 in the Paddy. I had to leave behind Richie and Raunchy.
Richie and Raji.
That's right.
What were they like? Hey, Daniel, it's me, Richie.
Hey, it's me, Raunchy.
It's me, Brooklyn.
Are we getting on that Huey?
Well, I got some good news.
We gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here, and also we gotta always stick together.
Yep,
and you
Richie,
can't leave-
Rachi, and Brooklyn.
All right.
That's right,
Guys, I got some
and
good news.
Daniel, the 4 Musketeers.
Yay!
And the other guys, too.
The 4
There's 7 other guys in the Paddy, and I think there's 8 guys on the Kiwi. I'm not sure.
It's a big world problem.
So many guys, you lose count.
Oh, my God.
Why do I gotta have chopper selection rank?
Oh, we should probably all sound off till we make sure everyone's here.
That's right, Richie.
Raunchy.
Brooklyn!
Ted.
Hey, Katie.
Little Jim.
Nitro!
Mitch.
First class Huey Bob.
Blair. Elwood.
El DeBarge.
El Caballero.
That's too many people.
Well, there's more than one Huey. We're the last.
It's weird that
Huey.
we're losing this war.
And also,
There's so
what
many guys.
Guys, what are Katie and Blair doing here?
I thought we could bring girlfriends.
There's no +1s on the Huey.
What?
You gotta leave them
First I'm
behind.
hearing
You're
of
keeping
this.
up morale, man.
There's not enough room for even us. That's what I gotta tell you. I've
What
got
do you
good
mean?
news and bad news. The good news is mostly Brooklyn's. You can go. The bad news,
What about
mostly
me?
Richie and Raunchy.
What?
I had to make a call.
Who'd you call, Daniel? My
Yeah.
best friend?
No,
Did you call my mom and tell her I love her?
Did you call my mom and tell her that I'll see her real soon because I'm coming home with you?
you're the only ones without girls. And I had to leave you behind.
What?
It was a hard decision.
What do you mean?
You can't come.
You're crazy, sir.
What do you mean? Just because I don't have a girl, I don't get to come on the Huey?
That's right.
Maybe
Brooklyn.
look, I told you I'm asexual.
I don't have those urges.
Yeah.
It's just me raunchy, going against my name's nature.
Come on, Katie. Let's get out of here and make out.
I got a whole life ahead of me.
It's so weird to me. I wish I felt that way. It's just weird to watch.
They're kissing. And the helicopter's here.
What? Why'd you tell us that part? Where their tongues were darting in and out so quickly.
Because it's the precursor to why I had to leave Richie and Raunchy behind, and for all I know, they're still alive, and that haunts me every day.
Now, was it Rachi or Raunchy?
Raunchy.
Okay, look, I can't tell with your accent.
He was asexual, and he used that name as a sort of lady doth protest too much sort of thing.
You know what this story shows me?
What's that, Brian?
That back then, Daniel had a woman.
Oh, really?
Did you know that, Sharon?
Yeah,
You had a
of course I
woman
knew.
Before our daughter?
Yes, I did.
So you're telling me a man in his 30s has had a past?
That's right.
It's gross.
Listen, I love your daughter. I love her more than I've ever loved any daughter.
Daniel.
Wait, your previous relationship was with a daughter as well?
It had to be, Art.
Or did it? It could have been a son.
Ah, that's right. Good point.
There's a
You're
loophole.
very smart.
Sure, it
Yeah,
could've.
sure, I dropped out of law school, but I understand what a loophole is.
That's
Could
my
have,
boy.
but it wasn't. I was in love with a sweet girl from Vassar. That's maybe where you're getting this, Sharon.
No, I just didn't respect your intelligence, so
Sheila.
I guessed Vassar.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Are we clear on all of our names?
Yes, she's Sheila.
I'm Art.
The problem is that both of them start with SH.
I'm Sharon.
You're Sharon. You're Daniel.
Yes.
You're Brian.
I'm 100% Brian.
Richie and Rachi were the guys
Raunchy.
from Vietnam. Raunchy.
There was Brooklyn,
Raunchy.
Brooklyn, Katie, Blair,
Right.
That's right.
Mitch,
I think El Caballero was
El
in there.
Caballero.
El
yep.
DeBarge.
There's some
Elton
folks who
Bar.
work in the quickie cabin, but
Oh,
I haven't
yes.
bothered
Oh,
to
what
learn
are they
their
up
names.
to? Ooh,
That was interesting.
just sold that one six-pack of cider.
Yeah, that's, we got $7.
Hands up. I need a box of Huggies diapers.
Hey, you got a panty on your head.
See you later.
Why did he leave?
What a town full of wacky characters.
I know. Hardly anyone buys anything. If it wasn't for that one cabin, we'd be destitute. So $7, is that enough for us to make our rent?
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Ding-a-ling-ling.
Oh, hello.
The rent is due.
Oh, no,
Oh,
it's
no.
the landlord.
Oh, here we
Mr.
are.
Bobbles.
Christmas Day and your
Mr.
rent
Bobbles.
is due.
We have, let's see.
I can't imagine you've
$7.
managed to scrape together the $7 that it costs to rent this quickie cabin.
Now there's where you're wrong, Mr. Bobbles. Here you go.
That's Mr. Bubbles to you.
No, that's what she called you.
I'm sorry.
What a weird
I
time to get
didn't-
indignant.
I don't know.
Well, go
I'm alone
go
on
ahead.
Christmas.
Go ahead, mother. Give him the money.
1,
1,
2,
2,
3.
1,
What?
No, 3. 4.
1.
No, Bobbles.
Mr. Bobbles.
Mr. Bobbles, look.
This is.
1,
You're trying to trick me.
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4.
1.
No, Bobbles. No.
Now that we've got that all straightened out, what did you want to say, Daniel?
I want-
Jacketless?
You know what? I'll put on a jacket if it'll make you happy.
Yeah,
Yes,
one,
it
with,
was
one with
better.
elbow patches, preferably.
Yes.
All right?
Why isn't anyone noticing that Daniel has a gun?
Oh, I forgot.
Remember?
He's so. I guess I dislike him so much, and I feel he's so unmanly. I
Even with
forget-
firearms, there is decorum, dear.
Daniel,
Listen.
put the gun down.
The gun isn't to threaten you. It's to show you that I'm leaving. And before I leave, I want permission to marry your daughter. I want your blessing, because I'm going back to get those boys. I'm going back to Saigon to get Richie and Raunchy and bring them back, and they're going to be my best men. Well, one of them's going to be her maid of honor. We're not sure which. They're a little asexual.
Oh, sure.
But honey, if you'll have me, and Art and Sheila if you'll allow it, And Brian, go fuck off into the high hills, you son of a bitch.
I respect you now.
Thank
I
you.
do too. That was good.
I'd like to ask your daughter to marry me.
Oh, who's that now?
Damn it.
Hello. I'm here to collect the rent on the cabin.
Oh, Mr. Bobbles. Please, here's an envelope with the money. We're in the middle of some...
Okay.
Can't you see this young man is on his knee?
Let's just count it.
All right.
Okay,
1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4.
1,
1,
2,
2.
3,
No,
3.
stop. Can't you see what he's doing?
What?
He's conning you. He put you back to 1 to get more money out of you.
Bobbles, is this true?
Mr. Bobbles!
He threw down a smoke bomb.
Oh my God!
He just flew out into the night like a shooting star.
What? The vases are all gone.
That guy seemed cool.
My jewels!
Listen,
I have heartburn.
I'm gonna go.
How did he do that?
I'm gonna stop
He
back
probably
on my way.
fed you popcorn.
Oh, he must have fed me popcorn.
Where's the popcorn garland?
Oh,
It's gone.
During this, all the confusion, he made me eat a popcorn garland. Wait, you were
me?
saying?
Oh, me?
Yes, Daniel.
Daniel, go ahead.
You had like a big speech going.
Sharon,
Yes, Daniel.
I love you.
Oh, I hate to hear that.
It's gross.
There's one more ornament to put on the tree. Let me cue up Danny's song by Anne Murray.
Do we have time for that?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you're right. There was one more ornament. It's a gingerbread man.
No,
with a
God
hole
damn
in
it,
his head.
no!
What?
It's this ring.
Oh,
Will you make me the happiest man outside of communist Southeast Asia and marry me?
I do.
This is really happening, Art.
I'm almost having feelings.
I don't know whether to barf or smile.
Smile, mother. Smile.
Oh, barf if you need to, though, dear. It's not good to keep it in.
Brian, hand me your ball cap.
You got it.
There she goes.
Oh, it's just wine.
Just like when I proposed.
Now, I must say goodbye. I'll be back in a week to 2 weeks. I'm gonna pull an Uncommon Valor mission where I bring our boys back home.
Now that 2 weeks included, that's including travel time.
That is.
All right.
Yep.
Well, best of luck to you, son.
I love you, honey.
Love you. Don't die.
You got it.
Don't die.
I don't know, Raji. It's been such a long time.
I don't know, Richie.
I don't think he's coming back.
I don't think so. Our lives isn't so good here anymore.
No, they're really not good at all.
No, I feel really rotten.
I don't like being in this POW
I
camp.
don't like it none. What's going on, Richie?
Shoot's going out there, Raji.
Go!
What do we do?
What do we do?
I guess we just stay here and
Owie,
just
owie.
Oh, man!
It's me!
Oh,
Daniel!
Danny.
Richie! Raji!
you came back for us.
God, can you ever forgive me, boys?
No!
No, I don't think so.
See you later! I'm back.
Oh, wait.
Oh!
Didn't go as planned.
What happened?
Daniel, you're covered in blood.
Yeah.
Why didn't you shower before you? I mean, you came on the
I
plane
wanted
that
to
way?
get back in 2 weeks.
They didn't
like
even
I
have
said I
a wet
would.
washcloth.
Put a
Nope.
blazer on at least.
Okay, this time I will.
Your tie is askew.
Sorry. Well, Richie and Rachi were a couple of ingrates, and turns out the whole thing was a charade and a waste, much like the overreaching themes of the Vietnam War. I've learned my bigger lesson, and I'm here now. I love you, Sharon. Sheila,
Yes.
I love you too. And Art, look at me. I love you.
Daniel, I love you too.
Oh! He's never even said that to me!
Why? How did you do that?
Brian, you can go fuck off to the high hills, you lip lizard son of a bitch.
I love you too.
Thanks, buddy.
Wow.
He read through the code.
Now, how about we say that prayer?
Oh, that's right, the prayer. I'll lead us.
Yes, Art.
But we'll all say it together.
Sure.
Yeah, in unison.
In unison, as we always do.
Shall we
Always.
sing it, as we usually do?
Of course we shall.
Yeah.
Now, I'm new to the family, so this will be new to me, but I'll try to keep up.
If you
Right.
get it wrong, we'll kick you out.
That's right. Those are the rules.
Okay.
Heavenly Father, we thank you this day to strange Mr. Bubbles. Who knows where he went?
Mr. Bobbles.
Oh, if we, you know what they say, if you hear Mr. Bobbles say his own name after the prayer, that a marriage will be successful.
Oh. Well, I guess it's our lucky day.
I love you.
I love you.
I love you.
Oh, darling. Art, I love you as well.
Brian, go fuck yourself.
To the high hills.
I love you guys too.
And it all happened in a place called Rented Cabin in the Mountains. Jason,
Paul!
what do you want to tell the people about? Any shows you want to plug? Any upcoming things? Anything at all?
I mean, as you mentioned earlier, please listen if you're not already to the How Did This Get Made podcast on this
So funny.
Earwolf Network.
So funny.
It's a wonderful podcast with
It
Paul
is.
Scheer and June Diane Rayfield. I'll be in a little bit of the new season of Transparent that's coming on Amazon right now.
Just about to watch that.
It's a wonderful show. If you're not watching it already, watch it, and you'll get to see a tiny little bit of me.
At this point, they will all be out,
Oh,
and
great.
you can go catch up on it.
Okay, great.
Fantastic.
And at that, where are we right now?
We're in May. It's May 2nd.
Is that right?
That's right.
It's May 2nd?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow. What? May 2nd?
May 2nd.
Remember earlier when I said a week ago it was Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so then there's then disregard. There's a whole lot of other stuff. Oh, whatever. Just figure it out. There's other stuff to watch.
And as always, you're not on Twitter.
Oh yes, guys, not on Twitter.
Shulie Cowen!
Yes.
Tell the people the things.
Opening night, the improvised musical.
Every Friday at the IO West.
That is true.
You're on Twitter now.
I am Shulie Cowen.
There we go.
Love it.
Amanda.
Hey. I got this.
It's May?
It's May
Still
2nd.
blown away by the fact that it's May 2nd.
You got nothing accomplished in the past 6 months.
I mean, first of all,
Yeah.
the Complete Woman
Yes.
on Howl.
Please.
Hilarious podcast.
Thank you.
Please do check that out. A lot of great stuff on Howl FM, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, I forgot the dot. Tried to add it in before the word guys.
Guys,
a lot of great
guys.
stuff on howlfm. Guys. Go to that domain. See what you find.
That's Howl's singles service,
That's right.
where you go to go for guys. There's also howlfm.gals.
That's right. All of it.
That's the dating, the Easter egg secret dating profiles of all the Howl FM people.
That's right. We're all, look, here's the thing. We're all on it. Everyone that's associated with Earwolf and Howl is
Yes.
on it, whether we're married or not.
You have to be. That's part of it. To have a podcast on this network, you have to be willing
married.
to date
That's right.
exclusively through the Howl app.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's filthy.
And if someone requests a date with you, you have to go out with them. That's just the way it is.
Yep.
And hopefully your spouse understands.
Listen, guys, we all know this. It's May 2016.
Amanda, I'm so sorry.
Yes,
Is
no.
there anything else?
I'm gonna be turning 30 in 9 days
Whoa.
It's very exciting.
from May 2nd.
Are you freaking out about it?
No, I feel good.
You should feel good about
Yeah.
it. I think you've accomplished a lot in your life.
Thank you.
I think your head's on straight and your feet are on the ground and you're reaching for the stars.
And women are happier in their 30s, so says magazines.
So says magazines.
More comfortable in
And
our bodies.
we all believe magazines, right? I know I do.
They can't print lies. Matt Gourley.
Well, it's May 2nd, so we've been married a couple years, probably had some kids by now.
No,
No,
2016.
honey, you
I
got it
see.
wrong. He doesn't get at what weddings are.
Okay.
or months.
Or months.
Probably by now, I will have been on that Harmon Quest show, Dungeons and Dragons Pathfinder campaign fun.
Maybe I will have been as
I
well.
think you will if I will have been.
Very unflattering animations of me.
Oh, I haven't seen them.
Oh, I have. No thanks.
That's on CISO.
But still watch the show. Also on CISO, Bajillion Dollar Properties, a show that did not exist for so many episodes of this program, but now this is my first chance to plug it. I play a crazy character on that show. Wonderful cast of people, produced by our own Kulap Vilesak and Scott Ackerman. And
Paul, I'm
check
also
that
on
out.
that show.
That's right. Jason and I got to improvise together.
Very fun.
It was very fun, guys. It's fun.
Mr. Bobbles?
He just appeared. He reappeared. Eban
Mr.
Schletter,
Bobbles.
Eban Schletter, EbanSchletter.com, Eban Schletter on Twitter. Seek out Eban's stuff, download it, purchase it, because Eban Schletter is only the best. Got a bubble in my throat. Taken care of.
Hey everyone, this is normally where I would be plugging my TV show No You Shut Up. Well, I won't be doing that anymore because unfortunately the show was canceled. Thank you all who watched the show. I appreciate it. I wrote about it on my website if you would like to know more about it. There's really not much more to say though, but the show was on for a while and now it's not. But thank you all so much, everyone who watched the show. We really did appreciate it. And I am glad that you all get to hear more of the amazing No You Shut Up performers, Colleen Smith, Drew Massey, Ted Michaels, Michael Ostrom, and Victor Yared on this show because they really are terrific, and it is my pleasure to continue working with them in some capacity. Thanks, guys. Back to the end of the show.
The live version of Spontaneanation happens the first Saturday of every month at Largo at the Coronet. These live shows are a lot of fun, so please do go to paulftompkins.com/live and buy tickets to those shows. You will be happy that you did. Thank you to Earwolf for hosting the show. Thank you to Engineer Ryan for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Presenti!
This Mother's Day, send mom the best flowers of her life from Books.com. Books flowers grow on the side of a volcano. Seriously, a volcano. The blooms are larger and the colors are more vibrant. Prices start at just $40. No upcharges, no extra fees. Even delivery is absolutely free when you register with the Books. Save 20% at Books.com with promo code PFT.
Hi, everybody. This is David Gregory, and I want to tell you about my new podcast, The David Gregory Show. It is that easy to remember. And it's me talking to all sorts of really interesting people, getting them off their regular script into deeper, more personal conversations, like Ariana Huffington about parenthood.
I think especially for mothers, they take the baby out and they put the guilt in.
Or Bravo TV's Andy Cohen on being less afraid.
Look, I'm a single gay dude on a late night talk show. If I can't overshare, who can?
We'll have a new program every Friday, so go to iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever your favorite podcast app, and download The David Gregory Show and eavesdrop on really cool conversations. Thanks for listening.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Adam Sachs, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.